Lisa Peterson, and I live out on a farm by Mazeppa. And some of you know me as the hair lady, because that's kind of what I do a lot of, is a lot of hair. As you get older, you start to realize, man, things that were important to you when you were in your teens, such as just getting your homework done on time and pleasing your parents and pleasing your friends and pleasing teachers and being a good kid and pleasing God, just all kind of wrapped up all in one. And as I got into my 20s, I realized, man, it was good to be a good mom. And I had these little kids, and I had all these trials and troubles, and I was like, wow, Lord, you got to help me through this. When I went through my 30s, it was like, whew, nothing I'd ever planned for. I went through a rotten divorce, not that there's a good one, but I became a single mom and needed extra income, and I needed food on the table. And I tell you what, if it wouldn't have been for God, I don't think I'd have been through that. Went through some depression issues, went through just some real suffering, and thinking, wow, Lord, the only ever thing I wanted to do was just to please you and to do right by you and to make you proud of me. And wow, everything was really crumbling. And I got into my 40s, and yeah, I remarried, and guess what? When we remarry, sometimes you get stepkids. Some of you have had that. And I have 4 wonderful stepchildren. I'm not complaining. But wow, are there issues with that too? Lord, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then we bought a beauty school. Who in their right mind buys a beauty school to deal with girls? 18-year-old girls with drama and hair. So, what do I want from my life? I want to shine. I want people to look at me and think, man, there's something different about that lady. She may be a goofball, but I hope that they see the love of the Lord, even if they don't recognize it of the love of Jesus, that someday they'll be, man, I want to be like her, not because they want to be me, but because they want that love of Jesus that I have, and they want to feel that security and that encouragement for other women. That would be awesome.
My name is Sarah Weigel. I've been coming to Crosswinds for about a year and a half now, and I really enjoy it. I grew up in South Dakota, and basically grew up in a Christian family, but church wasn't always the most important. It was just kind of, that's what we did on Sunday morning. And I can always remember my mom saying, if my brother and I were arguing after church, I can always remember her saying, Sarah, Matt, and Ryan, we just got out of church. As if we always had to be perfect because we just got out of church, but it was okay 3 hours later. Anyway, so ended up going to college, doing some things, studied abroad, and it wasn't until after college, when I was living in Illinois, I went from going to a Catholic church to a non-denominational church, and that's very different. And I found myself going to this non-denominational church and enjoying it, but almost felt like it was a concert, so then I would go to Mass afterwards. So I guess that was my way to get some good information and learn more about God, but almost fulfill my obligation at the same time. So things started really growing from then. I always felt like something was kind of missing. And then as time went by, I realized I don't have to put in my obligation because I want to go to church now and I want to learn, and I think it's exciting. So I just remember a Good Friday Mass when the pastor had told us, he goes, write down all your worries, write down everything that's going on. And at that time, I could barely pay rent. I was looking and searching for a job. I was just finishing my internship, and so it was like money and worry and what am I gonna do next? And he had us write down on a piece of paper and completely rip it up and put it up at the front. And I think it was kind of at that point that I realized, okay, this is real, this is more real, and I want to know more, and I'm really interested. I feel like God's plan and our plan can always be completely different. And so my plan was, okay, well, I am going to go off to college and meet the man of my dreams. And then by 25, I'm going to be married. And then by 30, I'm going to start having kids. Things definitely aren't turning out that way. But that's what I strive for, to be okay, to kind of learn contentment, and to continue to trust him. Otherwise, I'm going to be miserable. So, as much as I can, knowing it's okay, kind of a worldly social ladder is not the same as God's ladder. And so we can go up and down and up and down, but it's really about his plan and letting go and being okay with that. I feel really blessed to be in a wonderful small group, and starting that last year, a lot of us have just connected amazingly, and I feel it's like this little family that I have that I can always turn to. And honestly, without them for the past year, what I consider to be large struggles, others may consider to be small struggles, it would have been a lot more difficult to get through those. So I find especially small groups to be this amazing thing, this amazing bond and connection that continues to grow me in a really positive way. I absolutely love to dance. It doesn't matter what kind it could be ballet or jazz or hip hop. It doesn't matter. I love it. I should have brought my pointe shoes. Next video.
Hi, I'm Lydia Speedall. I'm married. I've been married to my husband for 18 years. We have 3 kids, and our oldest son just got married this year. How I got to Crosswoods, Barb Kirchhoff, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, gave me a card to come. It took me almost 2 years to get here, but when I did come, I brought my youngest son, and Doug got up on stage. I didn't know he was a pastor at the time. He got up on stage, he had his green sweatshirt on and jeans, and he starts talking, so I nudged my son and I said, "Oh, we got a speaker at church, cool." And then, lo and behold, it was our pastor, and I've been here ever since. I love it. I love the small groups, I love the women, I just love everything about it. I didn't have Jesus in my life, and God in my life up until then, so that made me very happy to belong to a church that I could understand, or understood me. In February of 2011, we were going through the Fan or Follower series, I believe that's what it was called, and going through that I realized that I can be saved. I didn't know I could be saved. I thought all my sins were the sins I was going to have with me, and I was going to go to hell. And I found out, no, otherwise I didn't. And at the end of that series, you got to become either a fan or a follower. Doug asked us if we wanted to follow and if we wanted to stand up, and he'd pray with us. And at that point, I knew I wanted to, and I became a follower. I now read my Bible faithfully. I learned how to pray. Like, the small groups have been just wonderful. I've met such nice people, and I've gotten friendships, and I met Christian women. I didn't have Christian women in my life until I came here. It's just, I love it. Before I started coming here, I didn't know the Bible. I had went to church, but I didn't understand church. I understand it now. Where I went, you had to dress up fancy. You didn't talk. You didn't breathe when you went to church. Here you can relax, and you can be yourself. You can shout hallelujah, and you can just have a good time. So that's my goal, is to know more, to learn more, to grow.